What's up, guys? So about a month ago, I sold my RTX 3080 Ti after buying my 4090. I wanted to recoup some of that absurd cost. Um, and I got to looking at people selling their full used PCs. And it was just absolutely astonishing at what some people think their PCs are worth. I mean, I'm not even sure some of these PCs, if you bought the parts brand new, would be worth the prices some of these people are charging. For instance, we go right here. There's not too many in my local area. I do live in Alabama. Not too much goes on here other than incest. Um, anyways, past that, this gentleman or a woman is selling their high-end gaming PC. And that is something you have to look out for, I've noticed, is if you're going to use a full PC, you need to look out for anybody claiming that their PC is high-end. Usually when they say high-end, they're going to charge way too damn much for it. This person says that they have many new parts, all parts still under some warranty still. Well, all of these parts are out of their packages, so they are no longer new, first off. So no new parts unless you have something not pictured that's still in its package. And this person's doing it to upgrade to a newer computer. Okay, well, totally fine. Doesn't look like it was probably wasn't a mining rig. This is probably a gaming rig. $3,500. What does it have? Well, it has an Alder Lake 1600K, which is a six P core, two. I think it's 6 and 4, if I'm not mistaken. So 10 core chip overall. It has 4 efficiency cores. New, it's under $300. Used, it shouldn't be going over 200. And looks like he has a DDR4 board. He has 32 gigs of DDR4 memory. He has a 2 terabyte. I have the same drive, great drive, but so far these parts are not adding up to 3,500. Oh, and he has a 3080. Wow. Yeah, this is not a $3,500 gaming PC. I'm not even so sure it brand new. If you bought them all brand new packaged, all this stuff would cost you $3,500. Um, so I don't know where this guy is dreaming up this price, but he's definitely pulling it from his ass. Here's another one. Newly built gaming editing PC for 21. Now remember that last one was $3,500. You got a 12600K and a 3080. This one is a lot better priced. Now this person actually seems to know what they're doing and knows the proper prices. Doesn't look like a bad PC at all. That is a fat, fat card. I didn't know they came that thick. My 3080 Ti wasn't that thick. Good Lord, that's a thick one. That's thicker than my 4090. Wow, a little sag there, but other than that, cable management isn't awful. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. Looks like a clean build, decent case. But anyways, very powerful PC for high frame rate gaming and editing. Okay, let's see. 3080 Ti, new. Well, it's not new. It might be like new, but it's not new. Anyways, already getting a better graphics card, a 12900K, 2 steps up on the CPU. Okay, so you're getting a step up on the graphics card, 2 step ups on the CPU. You're getting an 8 core, no, I apologize, 8P core, 8E core, so 16 core CPU, 32 gigabytes of G-Skill memory. Now, the only thing about this is it doesn't tell you if it's a DDR. Well, let's see. It's a Stuff Gaming motherboard. I don't know if that's. I'm assuming it. It Might be a DDR5 board. I'm not sure. I don't know if they make both tough gaming motherboards Z690 in both variants. But either way, still not a bad price system. Um, is it overpriced? Yes. Is it as bad as that last one? No. 3,500 to 2,100, and you're getting even better parts. So this wouldn't be a horrible buy. I wouldn't feel totally shameless for purchasing this. So that's something that I would consider buying if I was looking for a new computer. This wouldn't be just totally laughed at and thrown out. And like I said, doesn't say anything about um, high-end gaming, gaming master, these weird catchphrase words. Newly built gaming editing PC. It is a gaming PC and it's going to be great for editing as well. All true facts. So not a bad little listing there. All right, and here's our third one. And just to show you how ridiculous that first PC listing was. Now this CPU is a bit older than the 12600K. This is a 10850K CPU. So that's a couple gens ago. About was that Intel's 10th gen. We're on the 13th gen now. So, but that being said, it is paired with an RTX 4090. So, and they want $2,800. So you can get a PC with a 4090 in it. Yes, the CPU's a little older. At 4K, won't be that big of a difference. If you were gaming at 1440, yeah, that 10th gen Intel's going to hold that 4090 back pretty decently. But at 4K, won't be quite as bad. Um, looks like maybe a Asus Republic of Gaming kind of. This is like their ROG case. I don't, yeah, Republic of Gamers. I don't love that case. It's just kind of goofy. Kind of, that whole anything gaming branded, in my opinion, from Asus is just goofy looking. Um, and that goes for pretty much any other company. It's just over the top. Now wait a minute. That ain't a 4090. That ain't the lovely 12 pin power connector. That's 3 6 pins. What the? Oh, here we go. Ignore the 3080 Ti and the images. That GPU has been sold. This PC will be sold with a new Zotac Trinity 4090 installed. So yeah, I mean you can get a PC with a 4090 in it for what is that, 700 less than the one with the regular 3080 and 12600K in it. Goes to show you how ridiculous that first offer was. I mean, these are just things you got to look out for. You got to weigh everything. Now, is this PC still overpriced? Let's take the 4090 out. Since let's say if it was new in box. Well, he said installed. So it's not new, but it's not going to be that old. Let's say 1400 for that since it's used. That leaves you with $1,400 to catch up to 2,800. Yeah, it's still overpriced, but still not as bad as that first computer was. Woohoo! Speaking of overpriced gaming computers, $2,800. That will get you an 11th gen 11700K, which is an 8-core CPU. And not only that, but an RTX 3070 Ti for $2,800. This dude's still living in the pandemic prices. This is awful. Absolutely terrible. 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. We have no idea what type of RAM. I mean, yeah, maybe you can look in the pictures. I don't. It's G-Skill, but it doesn't tell us the speeds. Um, God, awful cable management. Just terrible. What is this? What is this? Why is it do what? Where? There? Where's this? What is this? NZXT cooler, whatever. I mean, this is an awful listing. This is terrible. I wouldn't go anywhere near this listing or even begin to offer this dude a price. A 650 watt PSU, so kind of limited on how much you can upgrade that card before you have to replace the power supply. Um, yeah, just an awful, awful, awful listing. I almost say it would maybe be worse than the first one. I don't know. Might actually be worse. And finally, we have what I would consider a not too bad PC. Looks pretty solid in terms of internals and cleanliness. Not too bad cable management. Looks like they got a non-modular PSU going by these wires. I mean, if that's the case, it's some pretty excellent cable management. Just going by the ketchup and mustard. I do not miss those at all. Ugh. But still, other than that, not a bad looking little case. I think Gamers Nexus reviewed this case though, and it's not the greatest. I'm not sure. I know they reviewed a pre-built that was in this type of case, and it was awful. But $700 gets you a Ryzen 9 3900X, 12-core CPU. Yes, Zen 2 Plus, I believe it is. Not terrible. 5700 XT, 1 terabyte of NVMe storage. Not too bad. 16 gigabytes DDR4. For $700, I mean, that's not looking for 700, but feel free to offer. The worst I could say is no thank you. Solid. I mean, not a bad listing. The only thing about this listing I highly do not recommend people doing is putting frame rates up there. No, just don't do that. No, that's trying to. Even major companies are starting to do this crap, and I think it's ridiculous. And there's new software out there that'll tell you, hey, this card and this setup will get you this performance. No, 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 no. Just look at regular benchmarks for cards and things like that. I mean, this doesn't tell you, let's see, this machine can handle anything you throw at it. All major esports titles, Fortnite, CS, I mean, these are all very easy to run by today's standards. Very easy to run. Um, on top of being very efficient, let's see. It was tested at 1080p, full settings, averaged. But, I mean, uh, I, I guess, but still, I would ignore stuff like this. But no, this is not a too bad of a system for that price. Might be maybe $50 to $100 overpriced, but not terribly. Um, Brand new, you couldn't build this, I don't think. For that price, you might be able to. I haven't looked at these parts in a while. Um, but yeah, not a bad listing.